Thank you for joining me on the channel Mazarov Tarot. This is going to be a quick Bible conspiracy conversation, debunking, clarifying, whatever have you. So yeah, I may or may not use male or female energies. I mean pronouns, whatever. It don't have to be. You don't have to be a biological man or woman to be in either the energies. So let's go ahead and get into it. You guys, it is so weird because I was sitting here and I was thinking, what's a person? What's a people? Because we have, what is it? Person, place, or thing. Right? Person, place, or thing. What is that? Is that a noun? A vowel? I don't know. But person, place, or thing is something that you have been taught in school, but it's disgusting. It has something to do with private law. And private law to deter, like to qualify someone as a holy person and another person as a property or a thing, depends on that person being able to be counted as one, as a person. So when you are at school and you think that you have this smart, wise teacher, probably white, that's teaching you about person, place, or things, know that it is rooted in racism. Because some things are not counted as, if you look this up yourself, private law, are not counted as persons or people. They're looked at as properties or things. But I was just looking up what makes a person. A person has something to do with counting. Something. I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't think nobody typing it was a person. But also, they said to be a human being or a person, it has something to do with being a genus, Homo, and also being self-conscious, morality, and reasoning abilities. And I had a debate with somebody before about reason, logic, and feelings, that you are the more evolved being. But when it started since Homo-sapiens, I just started thinking, I've heard Homo-sapiens. I don't know if I'd have been counted as a person. That's something to do with intellectual resolve and not having outbursts. But I don't know if I would have been counted as a person. But let me tell you something. I never looked up, and I never had a teacher, a pastor, anyone tell me what the fuck is a sapien. They say a sapien, S-A-P-I-E-N-S, means wise or intelligent. And homo means men, like or same. So that took me straight to Jesus' time. Jesus' mama said, someone said that some Homo sapiens come to Jesus' mama, says that you should name your child Jesus. Alright, so the issue with that is we're obviously talking about evolution at that point. But they rolled in. Now, they would have been Homo sapiens amongst the... Hold on. They would have been Homo sapien or wise men So I was looking up these pictures. This right here, the last, hold on. Okay, how am I even, like, what the fuck? The Homo sapiens is the last in the evolution thing, so they say. So they say. They would have been on the back of this. This it says in road census. I don't know what it is. They would have been using this as a way. This would have been a way. I honestly started thinking that this would have had to been Jesus. The thing is, this would have had to been Jesus' mama. Jesus' mom, they said she started hiding from men, from beasts. She would have been this type of Heidelbergensis, Homo heidelbergensis, and Jesus, the next was Rhodesian, and then they had a wise man amongst them, wise man, i.e. Homo sapiens, that would have thought that they were smarter, better, wiser, and that they could name someone's child because they can read. So it led me to believe that Jesus could have not been a wise man. Because Jesus is not a wise man. They started saying Jesus had tools. I didn't take a picture of it, but if you look up evolutionary chart, before Homo sapien, because Homo sapien starts to has a cane. That's when you start to think you can kill someone. They say Jesus was a carpenter. There's like one before that Homo sapien. I did not take a picture of it, but it has like a hammer. It's like Thor. It's not evolved. It's a primate. It has a hammer. And it starts chipping away at rocks. It would have been about 400,000 to 125,000 years ago. He would have started saying, eat the flicks out of my hair. Eat the bugs out of my head. Was that been Lucifer? Someone would have been talking, and I would have not been able to understand what they would have been saying. That's weird. Like a monkey. George? This is something with George. George's name not George. That Homo sapien comes over there and says, your name is George, motherfucker. The problem is, none of those timelines correlate. The Homo sapiens could not have been around Jesus' time. Because Jesus would have had to evolve into a Homo sapien. Well, probably not in his lifetime, but eventually. But he was started off with his mama Heidelbergensis, or however the fuck it's Daisy. Somebody she started hiding with the roads. She's always on the roads. I don't know what else she's always doing. She's always in the forest. I have no idea what her gun does. But it just zoned me out because I was like, how could them Homo sapiens have been there? Them time travelers? They went back in time? Because there's no way that them wise men could have been. Now, the problem is, the wise men would have been preying on the weak. They say the meek shall inherit the earth. The meek did inherit the earth, but the meek inherited the earth to suffer. Because some entity, wiser, better, stronger, not stronger, clever, cunning, would have come around, says, those Homo sapiens would have wrote that shit. Like, why would they have wrote that? The Homo sapiens would have wrote that because the rest of them beings would have not been able to write or read. They would have still been hieroglyphicing. They would not have been able to write or read. And even the ones that was drawing pictures, I doesn't know if everybody would have been able to read those pictures. I don't know. I don't even know if everybody was able to hieroglyphic. Seemed like on the top. So the top who does it. I have no idea who does it. The thing is, only ones that had class. I don't know if I would have had class. They would have wrote that shit. Them Homo sapiens would have wrote that. And Jesus is not a Homo sapien. But they keep saying that Jesus was a Gentile. He was in his most fragile state. Why do I feel like him being in his most fragile state? Because the Homo sapiens would approach God and gave God a name. But then they would have wrote a story and killed it. The issue... What was fragile about Jesus? Was he in the process of changing? Was he evolving? Why did they show him as a fish? They started throwing y'all the fuck off, sis, and look for a fish. What was that monk? What was that primate doing? They say it was walking on water. Could it swim? Is that abnormal? Is that abnormal for those things to swim? I am not trying to be racist. I don't know if monkeys can swim. Can they? The thing is, they started making me think of Rhodesian Ridgeback dogs. Because dogs is the opposite of GLD. So I started going, what the fuck? Somebody know. I was once dogging shit. I was more Sheba and shit. I was being a Sheba anyway. But I don't know what the fuck. There's no way that the wise man could have given them that name during his lifetime. Somebody put themselves in the story. But it's really tied in with Bethlehem. Who gave Homo sapiens Bethlehem? But they say the wise men in the Bible are magi. What's a match? What's a match? I started looking at Leonardo da Vinci. I started seeing Nardo Wick. The box. I don't know what for. Doot, 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 doot. I think that's something to a heartbeat. I don't know what it is. Monitors. And Leo. And it says I'm wicked. I had a kid. Cause kid, K-E-D. It's got something to do with Kendrick's extraction device. Son's name is Kendrick. It's got something to do with get you out your carcasses. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just on at this point. But then I started thinking about what the fuck is a person. They keep saying person, place, or thing. But some people think that they're my person. I beg to differ. Somebody's God is a monkey. No, like, that sounds rude. God decided to come and be a monkey once. It was monkeying around. I was being pressed. It's gonna throw shit and go ape shit. I didn't come here to be an ape. No? I would come to cow and chicken. Different folks, different strokes. I just don't know what it is. But somebody would have had real life fur. They would have had furs on. They would have had fur and they would have had furs on. I believe, I just don't know, they would have had some sort of animal, dead animals on their body. So I don't think Jesus would have been a vegan. I mean, what y'all think they was using? You think they was not using dead felts of skin from animals or sheep or lambs or goats or cow? I'm pretty sure he would have had to. They show you him wearing potato sacks. I don't know who has that. No one has a sewing machine. What the fuck? So I don't believe that. I believe that they would have been walking around like Neanderthals. They would have been having like shawls of dead cheetah and fucking lamb boots and shit. When they show you in the movie, for some reason they think him has a fucking crocheted. He has just gets a hamper. They just get a table. How the fuck? They think them has what material is that? Cotton. Cotton look like little fuckers. Just think about it. Back then, would you have had time to cotton a fucking rag? Or would you, mind you didn't have rags to wash your ass. Would you have had dead animal on your body? Because you ain't about to just go out there and pick somebody's fucking cotton. Because you gotta catch up. You gotta go out there and catch your own shit. I don't think he would have been a vegan. If he did not eat those meats, somebody definitely in his family definitely would have killed a couple animals. Because put your jaw, brush your jackets. I don't know what she's got to do, but I just know it's not the outfit that they show. They think he got on red cotton cashmere with a blue shawl. Where you getting that from? Where's he getting that shit? They said he had a shopping plaza. They said it's a shopping mart. He wasn't even a Homo sapien. I don't know if he had a shopping mart. They said he once went into a shopping mart and flipped all the tables. I don't understand this. There couldn't have been no Homo sapiens in his time, because they said in the Bible there was 3 of those. There was only 3 of those at the time. The big 3s, the one, I don't know what fuck. They think I'm Jewish? I can't read his why in my head. I just don't even have class. Doesn't make no sense. I mean, do y'all think that they would have so he started putting on the wise man clothes? I don't know if they're gonna show. He started dressing like a Homo sapien. He started playing some 3 of those. So when they would have come, how they would have been? That wasn't. It's making me think of Sarah Khalid in Russia. Or in Norway. I don't know what that was just. They have this thing where they're Rhodesian her out, but they go put all their clothes on her first. He would have been naked. They would have been naked. I don't even know if in that time, from what I'm seeing, now you can see it a different way, but they definitely distinguished that there was Homo sapiens that went somewhere and talked to someone lesser than them, so much lesser that they had to give that damn shield a name. Is that the story of evolution? That would be the godly evolution. They will believe that God would have impregnated inferior primates and created a son that's more evolved than the next or the previous. Because he would have been more evolved than his mother, because he got involved with the building of a temple and making tables so he could flip them. When he started flipping those tables later, did he create the idea of table, or did they already have a table? It may be in his household or where he come from, they didn't have tables at that time. Because I said he built his mother a table, but they make it seem like there was no such thing as table, or at least in his time frame. But some other thing come later, and when there's tables everywhere having cells, he don't like that. Stall tables. The wise men were being handlers though, because foremen. Oh no, foretelling. They start foretelling. Putting 2 and 2 together. I was just no. I don't know. It just on me out. Because who is this? Who is this? They say that somebody's a thing. Because Jesus is not a person. It's a thing connected to a place. But it's God. But God ain't a person. So would they look at it as property? Like, oh my God. Or that's mine. Jesus. I'm a bit confused. I'm gonna have to, like, this is just a rough draft of what I was thinking about because wise men, because Homo-sapiens, there's only 3 of them in the Bible. They don't even stay for long. They get in real quick from coming from wherever the fuck them come from, start classifying shit as what it is and what it ain't, and then they leave. But they do give gifts. They give gifts of things to make you smell better. Names. And death. They say that myrrh. They say myrrh biblically means death. Something would have not known what death was. It would have not feared death. It would have had no concept of death. Until some Homo sapiens said, die. But it called it myrrh. I think murder. I don't know what it is. But that's frankincense. Oh, you could give them money. They didn't have money either. They didn't have the concept of money, tables, chairs. I'm gonna say clothes. And also smell goods. And they had no idea about death. And they also didn't know nothing about names. I think that's why it became so convoluted with all the women named Mary. But after naming begun, something's out of order in the Bible. Something's out of order. Or somebody wants to let a whole bunch of monkeys run loose. And they would just start rubbing sticks together talking about brewing light in the desert. Which one makes sense? Some monkey got a stick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the Homo sapien. It just stood up once and said, I'm smarter than you because I can rub sticks together and make fire. What's it doing? Moses is a Homo sapien. The Bible's about Homo sapiens. It's about wise men. Which is nothing wrong with that, but everybody else is not Homo sapiens. Everything else would be things or like staff and crews, servants, and places. Everything else would be a slave to the wise men. The wise man is only a fucking monkey. It's only a monkey. It's not even smart. It's just the smartest at that time. Something else could come along and could become smarter than the Homo sapien. That's not weird. Whatever. I'm trying not to get me a cigarette, but I think I'm gonna get me a cigarette. I'm just gonna move on. So Godspeed. God bless. Bye.